Hi, this is your Professor David Lane. I wanted to show you my website, The Neural Surfer. This was created back in 1993 and was one of the first 500 websites created on the World Wide Web after Tim Berners-Lee had developed it as an app on the internet back in the I think it was late 1990 that he did that. What I'd like to show you is the first thing is you're going to hit school and you're going to go to Critical Thinking Philosophy 8. Now, since this is only a 6-week course, it's going to be somewhat intense, so you really want to be focused. This course is designed to help us to think and write more critically over a broad number of issues, including such subjects as religion, mathematics, physics, psychology, and biology. To achieve this goal, the course will require that each student write 6 distinct essays over the course of the semester. Each essay must be at least 500 words in length and properly edited before final submission to your professor. The student will also take one midterm and one final, which are all essay-based, and will attach the same on their own website, and you'll email it to me at the appropriate time. If you look at this link, you have a general website. We have a massive amount of free material. We have the Neural Surfer channel, which I think has 200 films, my email address, Facebook, Twitter. If you have any questions, email me. I'll respond to you as quickly as possible. We have the class forum where you're going to be posting your essays and also responding to other students. I want everyone to create a website off Google Sites. I have a brief instructional video. It's free. It should take you literally about 10 seconds to actually create the thing. Then you can augment it throughout the semester. You want to keep a copy of everything you do on your website and also share as much as you can on the class forum. There are 8 required books in this class. Don't be too intimidated. You can't get them at the bookstore. You can only get them from Amazon. That's because we don't charge any money. They're as cheap as we can possibly do it. So for 8 books, for instance, it will cost you maybe $50+, which otherwise would have cost you a couple hundred at the bookstore. So I would recommend you do this as quickly as possible through Amazon. If, however, you don't want to do that and you want to go completely free and don't mind reading off a computer screen, we have all the books as free PDFs, and here's the link to that. The 8 books we'll be covering are You Are Probability, Voodoo Voodoo and Two More Waves, Adventures in Science, Cosmic Creationism, The Mystical, Why I Don't Eat Faces, Da, The Strange Case of Franklin Jones, and Digital Philosophy. These are all different kinds of books to kind of force you to think differently about varying subjects. In the first week, we'll be studying mathematics, or really quite more precisely, probability theory, because I think this is extraordinarily important. Before you do that, however, we have a series of online readings which are free to kind of introduce you to critical thinking and a list of common fallacies and a field guide to how one thinks analytically. The first 2 books, of course, I mentioned is You Are Probability and Voodoo Voodoo. We have required online readings. We have a number of original films that augment it. And then, of course, you have this essay, which you're supposed to respond to, which has a certain question that I want you to explain and do your best at relating to the understanding of the material. Each essay must be your own work. You do not want to plagiarize. We also have extra credit. Best to get these done by Sunday. Post them on the forum and keep them on your website as well. In the second week, we covered physics, understanding how things work. The book is called Adventures in Science. We have some interesting online readings. These are from Alan Turing, Turing on the Mind and Machine Intelligence, and also the very famous question, are you living in a computer simulation? We have required films, and again, an essay you need to post every week responding to the question. Then we go into evolution in biology, and the book is called Cosmic Creationism, which has the debate between intelligent design and evolution by natural selection. We also have films. Going into week 4, it gets somewhat controversial. You'll understand how the brain tricks you. In this case, we have kind of a critical analysis of certain cult leaders to understand the mindset of how people get deceived and duped over time. We again have required online readings and a series of films, which I think you'll find interesting. Then in week 5, we look at the paranormal to understand the strange. Here we cover astrology, cargo cult science, cold readings, UFOs, neural trickery. This is again kind of the heart of the course, because it'll make you think critically about things that a lot of times people don't think too deeply about. And then, of course, in the last part is about the technological and the ethical. We have a book that we created called Digital Philosophy, which covers the future in artificial intelligence. And again, an essay prompt. The midterm and the final have already been posted. And as you'll notice, if I go back, the midterm is due July 12th. The link is already here, essay-based. And also the final is due July 31st. The link is posted here. It's good to have you in course in this class. I appreciate your input. And if you have any questions, feel most free to email me. Thank you so much.